the summer, focus switches to the FIFA Club World Cup as 32 clubs from around the globe compete for arguably the most competitive competition around the planet. In each one of these videos, we'll preview one club from around the globe. Who is it? Well, today we're going to preview RB Salzburg. That's right, folks, back once again with another preview. Today, we're taking a look at one of the clubs that are taking part in this summer spectacular. It is, of course, FIFA's Club World Cup, and we'll get to that in a second. Of course, if you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button, your one-stop shop for FIFA's Club World Cup, World Football, and, of course, Blackburn Bloody Rovers. We've got it all here under one rooski. In today's video, we're going to do a deep dive into one of the clubs that are taking part in this summer's football spectacular. We'll showcase you that in just a second. What I want to say is a big shout-out to the members. You know who you are. And a big shout-out to the Patreons. You know who you are. But anyway, sit tight. Hold on, and let's get into it. Next up out of the box, we take a look at Austria's very own RB Salzburg. That's right. I'm still confused as to how on earth these guys are here. Well, they're here and they're representing UEFA in this year's competition. Of course, they qualified by being the 9th best ranked eligible team in the UEFA 4-year ranking system. Which I honestly don't know how that is possible. What are they? Because they won so many titles in Austria, or maybe perhaps it should have been something to do with performances in the UEFA competition, such as the UEFA Cup or the Europa League or Cup Winners' Cup, whatever they call it. I don't even know, the Conference League. But for me, I'm still dumbfounded as to why RB Salzburg are here. But they're here, and don't get me wrong, they are a force to be reckoned with in Austria. They did qualify on the 17th of April 2024, and they've never been here before in the past, and I'm surprised that they're here in the first place. But anyway, they're here. We've got to give them the respect, and of course, we'll take a look at this roster, starting with the goalkeeper. Janis Blaswich will be number 1. They've got Alexander Schlanger, a player that was linked with my own Blackburn Rovers, of course, last summer, but I think he went to here. Who blames you? You either go to take on Plymouth away, or you go to back in the Club World Cup in Miami. So anyway, he's there. Into the defensive ranks, they've got like some Johan Gardu out of France, Alexander Terzic from Serbia. They've also got Leandro Mongala out of Germany. Samson Baliado is an Austrian native right there, alongside some other fellas who will be competing to start. Into the midfield, the likes of Bobby Clark of Liverpool fame, that's right, joined by Takumi Kamara out of Japan. They've also got an Argentinian there, Nicolas Capaldo, as well, with Mads Bidstrom from Denmark, also being amongst the starters, you would imagine. Up top, the likes of Konate, of course, Rakov, Jongba Vettersen. Of course, this is where Haaland got his name here, or at least broke onto the scene. So can these guys follow in his footsteps? We'll see about that. Of course, the star man so far, though, has been Oscar Guluk with a 7.63 rated performance, according to SofaScore. Alexander Terzic at the back there with Ninge Dorgalas up top. Now, let's take a look at a random starting 11 with Alexander Schlager starting here, 29 years of age, Austrian, of course. Samson Bayadu also at the back in a 4-man back line there with Johan Gaidu, both under the age of 22. Alexander Terzic alongside him at left back with Mogala at right back. Into the midfield ranks, we go with Slubacher and Bidstrup. Again, a couple of youngsters there. Vertassen in a trio there. Moving forward, we've got Mosa Yeo, Douglas Nenene, and Adam Dagmin. Again, very, very young squad. 22.4 as the average age here. And they've got a valuation of 57.8 million. That is this squad alone. Take a look then at their roster of success. They are 17-time Austrian champion, with, of course, the most recent success being 2022-2023 season. They're also Austrian Cup winners 9 times. So they're heavyweights in Austria, of course, but can they be heavyweights or at least serious competitors in this competition? Well, Thomas Lisch is the man. He is a German, 56 years of age. He's only been appointed just at the start of the year, and he's got a couple of year contract to do just that. 1.59 points per match ratio. The main man is Oscar Gluch. He is from Israel. Did I say Argentina? But of course, he's from Oscar Gluchki. He's from Israel right here. It's attacking midfielder, 22 million euros. And of course, he's both-footed, and of course, will be a problem in the attacking ranks. Moving forward, the squad is coolly valued at 150 million euros with an average of 5.15 million euros a player. 22.9 is the average age. 12 national team players, 12 youth players, and 23 foreigners from around the globe, of course. This is their resume coming into this right here. And our RB Salzburg do have an Austria Bundesliga playoff match. That's, of course, on the plate on the 24th of May. But this tournament will kick off for them on the 18th of June against Pachuca out of Mexico. Definitely winnable game. Al Hilal could also be a winnable game, but I think it's that this is the game you must not lose. You take a point out of that and you win Pachuca, then who knows? RB Salzburg could be in to the latter stages because they're going to take on Real Madrid in what will probably be a bit of a tonking by Real Madrid, who could be on the lookout for a new coach at that point. In fact, they probably are going to be on the lookout for a new coach, so we'll see about that. So it's doable, but will they do it? I don't know. This is what they've been wearing so far in the Austrian Bundesliga campaign. A nice looking red and white gear there with, of course, a snazzy blue number as well. We're going to rank these in a separate video, so make sure you check that out. Of course, this is a quick rundown now of the odds and where I expect RB Salzburg to finish in this year's competition over in the US of A. Of course, the odds to qualify is 5-4. It's not as favourable as your Real Madrid's, of course, but it's definitely a doable proposition. Of course, to win the whole thing, 80-1. A little bit more far-fetched now, you would imagine, but where do I think Salzburg will finish? Again, I am stumped and I'm dumbfounded at the fact that they are competing in this competition because they've not won anything bar the Austrian Bundesliga. So I don't know why they're here. And I think they'll found out a little bit. I think they're going to get eliminated at the group stages. RB Salzburg crashing out to the likes of Real Madrid and somebody else, whether it's Pachuca, whether it's Al Hilal, who knows? Let me know your thoughts about RB Salzburg and why on earth they're even in this competition. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it, of course. Will this club go the distance and lift the trophy at the end of the campaign? Let me know your thoughts down below. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe and smash the like, guys. This will be your non-stop shop for FIFA's Club World Cup. We're going to have previews. We're going to have predictions. We're going to have, of course, watch-alongs as well. It's going to be non-stop here over the summer. So make sure you do me the honor, smash the like and smash the subscribe. Until then, I'll see you soon for the next one.